Welcome. My name is Bill Gandy, the Natural Astrologer. And today I'm going to talk about the elements and how they relate to astrology. The basic elements are fire, air, water, and earth. They are underneath the characteristics of all zodiac signs. People must have had a lot of time to just sit around and contemplate, because this shit here is very accurate. And even the philosophy of how they combine with each other and against each other is very accurate. So sit back, check this out. Air is the thing we breathe. None of us can exist without air. So, the air signs, if you notice, are all represented by humans. You have Gemini, you have Libra, and you have Aquarius. They're all represented by humans. That's because that represents the intellect and the thought process, the air up here. Air signs are communicative. They are curious. They like to travel. Air signs are detached, so they're good thinkers. They're actually rational thinkers because they could detach themselves from a situation so they could see it rationally. However, that can also be a problem because they detach themselves from emotional situations also. Air signs are thinkers, but sometimes they could be overthinkers. They're also geniuses. Albert Einstein was an air sign. He was an Aquarius. But that's also the hex that they could go through, is that they could be overthinkers and they could become restless, and it could create a lot of nervousness within air sign. Pretty soon I'm going to show you exactly how air signs interact with other signs and what's the best draw for an air sign, but we'll get to that. Okay, so next we're going to do fire signs. Fire signs are represented by animals that normally attack or charge, such as Leo is represented by the lion, which is the king. Then you have Sagittarius, which is represented by part man, part horse. And the reason why it's part man and part horse is that Sagittarians are also interested in philosophy. So that's where you get the part man, part horse from. And then you have Aries, which is the charging ram and leads into springtime. So fire signs bring a lot of explosive energy. They are what you would call hot. But fire needs oxygen in order to survive, which is air. So I will go more into that pretty soon as I talk about the mixtures of how the signs interact with each other. But fire signs are leaders. They are actually people that you would want to go into a fight with because they'll lead the charge on that. Fire signs also they like to have fun. The thing about fire signs, though, is that they have quick tempers. You got to watch for that. They do have a quick temper, and they may just charge into business affairs and things like that without even thinking. They go head first, and fire leads. So a lot of fire signs are leaders also. Okay, let's talk about earth signs. Earth signs are quite practical people. Earth is solid. The earth signs are represented by animals, I would say. You have Taurus, which is represented by the bull. And you have Virgo, which is represented by the Virgin, but is actually represented by a lamb. And then you also have Capricorn, which is the steady goat that climbs up the hill. See, earth signs, they actually climb toward their goal. They are materialistic type people, so they'll make material things come real. They're also nature type people. They're the type you could go fishing with and hunting with and things like that. But they can be stubborn because they're solid and rigid. They could become stubborn, stuck in their ideas and things like that. And perfectionists. Perfectionism is good to a certain point until it gets on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? But earth signs, they're about that green. They make that money, you know, and they're about things of earth and things of material. So that's the thing about earth signs. Okay, so next is water signs. Water signs are very deep and very emotional type people. Their glyphs are symbolized by creatures that live in or near the sea, such as Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay, these people are very in tune with their emotions, and sometimes they use their emotions for escapism. Water signs are clingy. These are clingy type people, but they're also psychic type people. They have a psychic ability which they probably don't know that they have or know of because it's not practiced. But water signs are nurturing people. These are people that will take care of you, you know. They're people that will talk to you emotionally. You know, they are people who will heal you emotionally. But they also need to be healed emotionally. That's the thing about the water signs, is that they also have emotional issues as well. They're also secretive type people. They will keep their emotions kind of a secret. Okay, so let's talk about the elements and how they mix, match, and mate a little. Okay, you have air and you have fire. That is a match because fire requires oxygen in order to stay alive. Air is excited by fire. If you look at the astrological wheel, you'll notice that all the air signs are opposite of the fire signs. Like you'll have Gemini and then you'll have Sagittarius, and just opposite of each other, because those two are equal opposites that come together. Then you have earth and then you have water. The only thing that can really move earth is water. Water shapes the earth. It makes rivers and things such as that, lakes, but that's the only thing that can really move earth. Now, water extinguishes fire, so that's not a match. Fire makes water boil. So when you have fire signs and water signs together, the fire signs will make the water signs hot. It will make them mad. You know, fire makes water boil. So once again, this is Bill Gandy, the natural astrologer. And if you want to find out more about my philosophy, pick up my book, The First Breath. You can get it on Amazon. And if you just happen to be a Gemini like I am, I wrote the book of Gemini so you can learn a little bit more about yourself. So thank you for watching my videos, and peace.